on 11, so turning the ball over for sure. We had over our average in the first half, so that really hurt us, and we had
Make no threes today neither.
low shooting day.
Yeah, bad shooting day for us. Too many turnovers, mental mistakes, stuff that we know.
And you mentioned 3-point shooting. You guys went 4 for 22 on that today. What do you think contributed to those miscues from beyond the arc?
Just missed shots.
Just missed shots.
Just missed shots.
One of those days.
Yeah, I mean everybody has those days, but as long as we got the confidence to take them again, that's all that matters. It's okay.
And then after halftime, I know you guys pulled together that run to tie things
Yeah.
up. What do you think was working most for you guys in that stretch?
Energy.
Yeah, we got fouled too.
Yeah.
We
Started getting to the line,
that turnovers too. We limit the
Yeah.
turnovers.
and we turned our pressure up on them, like how they did on us and made us turn the ball over. We sped them up. They started to miss shots. We got rebounds and was able to run. So just that's it for real. Second half, it was just a completely different team. Like, we didn't play how we usually play in the first half. That's why the outcome was a loss again. But we'd be all right. Back to the drawing board.
And you're talking about that shift at halftime. I know you mentioned the energy shift. I know last time it kind of went the other way. And what was the biggest driving force for you guys in that, when you guys were in the locker room at halftime that made you want to just come out on a tear?
Just stay with it, because ultimately we playing and we each other's brothers. So if you want to win the game, go out there and play hard for your brother, and that's going to translate to everybody. And that's how we ended up going on our run in the second half. We just wasn't able to pull it away.
Just simply just making a decision at halftime. We gonna lay down or we gonna fight back. So that was our mindset coming out. Is all right, they made a run, so let's go on a run now and make this a game.
And obviously, looking back a few days ago, you had the 11-point lead at halftime. You give it up, you come up short, and then today you almost have to come back from 11 down. And you can't get today either. Just how does something like this sit with you guys?
It don't sit well. Definitely as competitors and players, but basketball, every dog has their day, and it's all on who's gonna stick with it and who's gonna fold. And we're not folding despite like the outcome. We fighting every time. Like, we giving our best punches every time. So just gotta stay with it, and for me, we'll get it right. That's it.
It's rough. I mean, we've been struggling with success all year, so
Yeah.
kind of just learn from this one. It's really the same message. It's nothing you can do about it now. The game is over, so
It's another one on
next
Saturday.
next one.
So that's it.
I know kind of like the tale of two halves match has kind of been going on for the better part of the season. Just what's it going to take for this team to put two good halves together like they did against Ball State a couple weeks back?
It's up to us. I mean, we gotta figure it out. We limited on bodies, but we gotta work what we
Yeah.
got. We not gonna just
Lay
say
down.
just because we got 7, 8, 9 players that we gonna lose this game. We gonna go in and compete every time. So just figuring out a way to put 40 minutes together is the main goal.
And then looking ahead to your next game, just what are some of the biggest areas you want to address as far as internally?
Rebounding that's
Definitely.
been the main
Main
theme
thing.
for every game. So as long as we need to control the rebounds, limit our turnovers, and just
play
play together.
smarter.
Play
That's
together.
it.
Honestly, we low game on assists, so
Yeah.
playing together and moving the ball and all that should help
helps.
us out a little bit.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
You
Appreciate
guys
you.
very welcome.
Thank you.
the game. We came out flat, allowed them to get on an 8-0 run. And I think the first half, we took a lot of bad shots, a lot of quick shots. And I think we had 10 turnovers in the first half. And we're a team that probably averages around 9 to 10 for an entire game, 11 max. And so I thought our lack of attention to details in the first half really hurt us. You know, I think they scored 31 points in the 32 points in the first half, and we kept them right on pace to the normal average. But what we did offensively really put us behind the 8 ball because we didn't move the ball, and I thought we had pockets of it in the second half. Our one turnover in the second half allowed us to get back into the game. But, you know, anytime you play 40 minutes and have six assists on 26 made baskets, that tells me the ball wasn't moving the way we needed.
Any other questions?
So, Coach, obviously you're down 11 at halftime. You come out, you get that run to have tied things up. What do you think was the biggest driver in that stretch you had there?
Not turning the ball over and taking quality shots. The ball moved with purpose. I thought we had intentions in the second half of executing where we wanted the ball to go. And I thought, you know, obviously Ethan Butler having the better second half than he did the first gave us pressure at the rim. But, you know, I still thought that we took too many, you know, quick, long twos, in which those are bad shots for us. The numbers bear it out. So we didn't do a good enough job down the stretch of guarding without fouling. We had some really bizarre plays. We up down one with 2 seconds, a kid hit a three. One possession where we got him deep into the shot clock, and then Quentin Jones fouls a guy with 1 second left on the shot clock, and then they bang their. Obviously, they make their free throws, and then we fouled a 3-point shooter for 4 points. I thought that was the difference in the second half.
And you talked about the long twos. I know from three you guys went 422 there. Just what do you wish that you guys would have changed on that aspect?
Well, I think some of them were good shots, but some of them we settled. We settled for long threes. And, you know, we got to figure out, like, and make adjustments. If you're 1 for 6, right, you got to understand, like, all right, that's not going, but let me get to the rim. And I thought, like, we just didn't have the mindset to get to the foul line. And we shot 11 free throws. I would argue probably 8 of them were late, probably 3 minutes or less in the game. And we didn't shoot a free throw in the first half. So, you know, balance threes versus twos, and we got to shoot threes as they come out of the offense. I thought we shot some off-the-dribble threes, which those are low percentage shots for us.
And you know, going back to that last game, I know you said that there was that mindset or energy shift that went against you guys. This time, did you see one that was blown up on the other side to kind of give you guys some momentum there?
Well, it was a pointed halftime conversation, and you know, when you're in these games, it's a matter of whether you want to come out and fight or you're going to lay down. And so the guys chose to fight. But unfortunately, we had some plays, loud plays. As I just mentioned, the 4-point play, 2 seconds left, bang three, fouling the jump shooter 2 times. And, you know, like I said, we gave ourselves a chance to win, but we dug such an 11-point hole where in the first half, this should have been, you know, a closer game in the first half, I thought, but we shot ourselves in the foot with some of our decisions we were making.
From going from giving up an 11-point halftime lead to not being able to complete an 11-point halftime comeback deficit, just how does this one kind of sit with you guys?
Well, I'm going to sit back and you got to watch film. In real time, you're pissed off. I know the guys are pissed off, but like this is learn. You got to learn from it. You take the film and you break it down and you look at what you can do better. But a lot of the problems we have is about us. Like we didn't have the right intentions to start the game. We shouldn't have been down 8-0, and I think we had 2 turnovers, and they were unforced turnovers, just lack of concentration. But you know, you watch the film and you try to correct the areas in which you can control. Shot selection is what you can control. Turning the ball over for the most part. They're not a pressing team, so those are controllable mistakes that we have to fix. And then you got to just have shot selections. But I thought the guys' intentions in the second half mirrored what we had in the first half versus Louisiana. Now we have to figure out how to put 2 halves together.
Now, what's going to be the biggest thing you have to figure out as far as finally putting 2 halves together like you did against that Ball State in that one you had?
Mm-hmm. You said, I'm sorry, say it again.
So what's going to be the biggest things you have to figure out as far as putting those 2 halves together?
Guys got to just be ready, right? Every moment's different. And I thought, like, you know, guys get individually affected by their outcome or their production in that moment. And when you play a team sport, you can't do that, right? Because, you know, somebody like Nazir Muhammad, who didn't have a great shooting game, but he shot 2 for 8, 1 for 4, 2 for 2, 2 rebounds, right? He had no assists. So in his 33 minutes and 30 seconds, how did he impact winning when he didn't have the ball in his hands, right? Like, so you got to figure out, like, how important is the other things besides how you're feeling matters to the team. And so, like, that's the things that we need to figure out, because everyone feels good when the ball goes in the hole, or everyone's happy. But there's other things that impact winning: rebounding, diving for on the floor for loose balls, blocking out, running hard. Like, and those are the things that we got to master, because when we have lulls, we're not very good. And when guys get into their feelings about how their particular play is going, we're not very good. So we got to get guys out of themselves and pour into the team in those moments so we can correct the mistakes. Thank you. Thank you. You're home safe.